Relative calm here in the snow. These huge flakes beating down on us. We're recovering from a rather interesting conflict with this big rager Frostclaw, demonic beast. She was tough. She was a tough one. But we've got some damaged core, we've got shards, we've got chill water.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
And we're not too interested in the rest, are we? No. Well, wire's good. But let's fill everything up. Fill everything up. There we go. Right, we also overrode that, which worked out in our favour. It didn't sort of what's the name here? Replenish, recover, heal the demonic Frostclaw. Right, I'm not sure which way we have to go now. I think it's this way. Gravitating towards these beautiful wall paintings that the Banuk do. But what we're doing at the moment, we're on a path. We're on a path to find Araya. Now Araya is the shaman of this Warwick up here in the cut. And they are currently, along with her brother, Aratuk. I'm not sure we know it's their siblings yet. I think we do. They run the Warwick, and Aratak's all about war, Araya's all about understanding in a different way, I believe. And they've lost so many people to this demonic corruption. And Aratuk is all about just throwing war at the situation, throwing combat, throwing weapons, throwing aggression. But it's not working. So we're trying to find Araya to bring her back into the fold to find out what's bloody going on. And she's, of course, said to have a different understanding of why this big plume of smoke is emanating from the volcano after so long. And that big plume is... well, it's up here, right? Where's it gone? I don't know where it's gone.
This must be the shrine Naltuk was talking
there.
about.
It's there.
Guess I should take some blue gleam. Sparkles.
Okay, we've got
See why it's worth a lot.
got a bit of a reward here. How many are we going to get? One. Is there any more? Is that it? Well, there's obviously loads of them, but we can only take one. That's no reward, considering we need 14. So the blue gleam attaches to the frozen beasts, and this is a storm bird. And the blue gleam grows on the old rusted machine parts up in these temperatures. It's become a valuable kind of mineral. And I wonder if it's kind of the crystallized, frosty, liquidy stuff that runs through them. I'm not sure. Could be their blood there, their blaze that runs through them. Reacting.
Naltuk said Araya went past the shrine, up into the mountain. I'd better take those stairs.
There's an enormous satellite here, so it's obviously a very important locale needing to communicate. Big data. Obviously they can't run a fibre cable up here, so this was how they received all the data that they needed.
Everything's freezing. The ground, the air, me.
Cold Aloy.
An ancient door. Maybe Araya's inside.
Okay, we can use our focus to get through. And this is the start of a really beautiful story. Much akin to the relationship that Elizabeth Sobek has with Gaia. We understand more and more about the The old ones. Firebreak upgrades. Let's play the data points.
March 10th, 2046. I just spent 16 hours in here trying to install upgrades to improve efficiency for the central processing unit. Project FIREBREAK is going to need the brain power. Let's just hope I'll have enough of my own. Anita stayed with me the whole time. We got a lot done, but every time she brushed by and I smelled her hair... Oh boy, I should just go to bed.
So from a workplace platonic friendship to a work-based crush, Kenny Chow digs Anita's vibe. But in March 10th, 2046, they were undergoing a project called FIREBREAK, and it's going to need the brain power. So they needed efficiency for the central processing unit. Okay, Project FIREBREAK. This facility was dedicated to Project FIREBREAK. But since
strange equipment.
been overrun by Araya, adding these gleaming lights. And murals on the floor. Okay, what we'll do, we won't explore yet. We'll go to the source and then we'll come back and explore. Unless, of course, there's a cheeky data point that we can enjoy in here.
Looks like the door's wired to something over here.
Oh, well, we do need to go in here. And we do need to look at this data points. Supply snafu.
This is Director of Security Blevins resending the emergency supply order. Try reading it this time, okay? You weasels don't want me calling my people in SLC.
So, this is the security guy that Laura was teasing the first time she met him, played a prank on him. And she didn't like the cut of his jib at all. And by his weaselly nasal little voice, we can obviously see he's not immediately not a attractive character. So, let me begin by spelling out disaster for you. A destructive event causing a level of disturbance unmanageable via the application of ordinary resources. What you have given us is distinctly ordinary. Dummies version. Give me what I need or you'll be an autocar to lay off city quicker than you can say code red. The list one more time. 3,000 MREs. No lasagna. I don't know what MREs are, I'm sorry. 30 military grade flashlights. No more junk store crap. 10 portable water pumps. I'm saying no lasagna. Maybe it's some kind of food pack. 10 portable water pumps, not 5, not 8, 10. 50 tubes of fungicide, we're working underground, spores happen. 15 hydraulic jacks, 12 replacement drone propulsion units, 50 holographic microdrives. In a disaster, see definition above, it's absolutely critical to track all ingresses and egresses of the facility. I take our safety seriously even if you don't. 50 almond scented extra soft, data corrupted. So, Dodd Blevins, Director of Security, Blevins resending the emergency supply order. Let me begin by spelling out disaster for you. Destructive event. So that what's Project FIREBREAK are trying to overcome is a destructive event causing a level of disturbance unmanageable via application of ordinary resources. Okay, so they need all these things. They're doing important work and they need this stuff to be able to do their work properly. So this is some kind of storeroom, supply room. What else have we got? Anything else? Not in here. Okay, we're in somewhere. Wow, okay. What have we got here? Oh my god, Blevins. I'm looking into here so we don't have to suffer the sound effects.
Director of Security Blevins is riding us like a petty tyrant. I can't even sneeze without triggering his control issues.
Okay, so he's rubbing everyone up the wrong way. Anita is the subject of Kenny's affections. Okay, so she's pissed off with him. Personal log. If Blevins reconfigures the pattern on the Lambert orbicular door access one more time, I'm going to vomit all over it. Sure, I don't want some gift shop employee rooting around in the FIREBREAK facility, but these measures aren't about security. They're about control. So he is what can be termed as a job's worth. It's more than my job's worth, just doing things that he needs to do despite it not working. I wonder if Blevins gets in early to watch everybody try to solve the new pattern, perched over his little camera array in his big boy office. What a bridge troll. You think that a fraction of his fancy drone budget could go towards buying even some classier body spray. God help me, and Kenny, if he ever finds out about us. Okay, there's another one here. This is a text one. Okay, I've been hearing that some of our staff members are having trouble with our state-of-the-art, ultra-secure and absolutely necessary Lambert orbicular door access. So here's the slow version again. The thing in the middle of the source node, turn it on. Yeah, I know, hard right. This sounds like Blevins, doesn't it? Then you've got to turn the other node so that the data stream containing your credentials get back to the source. Some nodes are used to buffer corrupt or suspect data, so avoid those. Shouldn't be too tough because you know they're red, like a stop sign. I'm guessing you were taught this in preschool, but with this crowd, who knows? Anyway, that's it. Get the data stream back to the source and the door opens. It's really not that tough, but if you need me, I'll hold your hand while you give it a try. Actually, scratch that. Do it yourself. I'm not going to touch your hand. Doesn't sound like Blevins.
Those nodes on the floor must be connected to the door.
Okay, so we can use our spear to override this very convoluted puzzle that they had to do each day. What's wrong with the ocular scan? Okay, so where do we need to send it? Okay, it doesn't want to go that way, that's for sure. So let's turn it that way.
These things turn, changing the flow of light.
Okay, so that's... I've no idea what I'm doing. Where does it need to go? No idea. Okay.
It's all right. Let's see if the door's open.
Needs to head to the centre. Right, is there anything else in here? Very convoluted, isn't it? These are interesting. Nodes and dials. Can't get through this way. Look at those screens, screen arrays. I think they were all screen. No, they weren't. Just kind of shelving, kind of cubicle systems, barriers. Where are you taking me? Ah, back through here. Climbing through the tunnels, out the other side, opening the door, finding what's inside, speaking to a rayer, getting the other side of the story, of the problem, here in the cut. Project FIREBREAK. What were you for? Open! Turn, spin, open, convoluted, secure, thick, safe. And there was a lift at one time. No more. We're on a road to nowhere. Come on inside. No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to jump, fly. Whip up here. Like a monkey. Here we go. Up to another tunnel. With a duct system. It's so nice to be away from the eclipse and away from the shadow carja and that threat. I've forgotten that they're slowly approaching Meridian with Hades right now. But
out again.
We've got
Maybe
time.
I can get back inside through that structure over there.
We've got time. There's this mystery to uncover here in the cut, and we're doing it.
Looks like I need to get to those stairs.
Look at this. But we can go up there. Is there anything funky, fancy, special? No. I'm going to have a good look over here though. Look at it. Just amazing. Right, so we're accessing up here to find a way. Look at this lift system. So where did that come from? So this is, I see. So to get things up there, they've got this big helipad. This is a helipad delivering enormous containers. And the containers were picked up by this forklift, put onto this lift here, and then brought up in like a pulley system. There's another lift that elevated it up from up this slope. Brilliant. So everything was shipped here by air, all the equipment.
Maria must be close.
Araya's retreat.
She has to be in here somewhere.
She most likely is, but let's look at this. Stage 2 complete from Kenny Chow. 2 YNPF all. Is that something? Oh, Yosemite National Park FIREBREAK? Project FIREBREAK? Something like that. First stage of main facility complete. All staff, attention all staff. It's with pride that I announce the completion of the first level of infrastructure of our primary facility. This compound will be the nerve centre of our project and will require the team's continued best efforts to realise by the deadline. But even though there is much more to be done, you should be pleased with all you've accomplished so far. Please find attached a detailed plan for mustering out of the auxiliary space, which will serve as a contingency site as we proceed with the main facility. 90% of our personnel must be relocated by 5 PM Wednesday. If your name does not appear on the assignment list, please email Marissa with me in CC. Your dedication, talent and intelligence remain daily sources of inspiration. Dr. Kenny Chow, Project Director. Okay, finishing touches. So it's all online. That's the start of it. They fired it up. So this was before it all kicked off. The end of the world. This was a different problem, a less sort of microcosm of what the world problem was. There was a disaster set to happen, and they had to overcome it on a vastly smaller scale. Right. You can press the middle panel to take you to the data points if it's being read, but you can't do it if it's a voice one. That seems odd to me. Kenny, what are you saying?
Someone hacked the menu board to display obscene messages about our colleague, Mr. Blevins.
That was Laura.
Is this the most advanced geological project ever undertaken, or a junior high locker room? Come on, people.
Okay, so Laura and Shelley were down in the dam area. So I'm wondering if they were in charge of that power section. Was it to do with the dam, or was it to do with this project as a whole? I'm unsure about that. They were the last people in the facility, though. From Kenny Tao, BC Blind CC. I wonder if Dodd complained and he's put him in the blind CC there just to placate him that he's actually done something. Attention all staff. At an assembly of our country's finest scientific minds recruited to address a grave threat to national safety, it would be fair to expect more mature conduct than that demonstrated yesterday in the canteen. Mr. Blevins plays a crucial role in this successful execution of FIREBREAK and is due the respect both of his title and of his many contributions to the project. He really is just trying to keep him sweet, isn't it? Any further interference in the menu boards will necessitate my direct personal involvement. Kenny Chow, Project Director. Anita, was it you? Okay. So maybe this hasn't got anything to do with Laura or Shelley. Bit confused on that point. Bit confused. So Anita's obviously racked off with him and she's just doing this petty stuff, but Kenny's paying lip service to the dressing down of everyone to make sure people respect Mr. Blevins so that they can keep him on side, keep him amenable. Menu prank. Yeah, I think it might be a different scenario, Laura and Shelley, to the Project FIREBREAK. I think they were just in charge of the dam. I think to connect the two of them would be wrong, but I might be wrong. Araya.
I ask again, as I've asked 1,000 times.
Beautiful.
Speak to me. What more would you have me do? Is there no prayer that will reach you? No mark that will break your bonds? Ah! I can't help you if you won't speak. A whisper is all I ask. To guide me. Who? No. How? How did you get here? The way was sealed by the spirit herself.
I used one of these. I could show you.
Yes, show me. Please.
She reminds me a little bit, if the film was being made, she reminds me a little bit of Robin Wright in her face and her mannerisms. Doesn't she? Kind of slightly aged version of Robin Wright. Could you imagine her playing Araya? Okay, let's. What should we do? Should we do this or read everything? Let's do this. Let's help Araya.
But I'll bet the goal's the same. Get the light back to the source.
Get the light back to the source. Wow, this is convoluted. Okay. Let's just have a go. Let's have a go. don't think this is going to work out. This is not going to work out. Okay, so we need to go another way. I don't think that's going to work out either. Right, that can send it back over here. That, what can that do? I can't go that way, that's for sure. That's not going to work either. Let's see here. Let's try this, let's try... So that's going that way to there. Okay, I think I'm going to persevere back this way. No, that's not cutting it. That's not doing it. Oh, can I move this? I can move this. No, I can't. Okay. So it's going that way. I can't move this, can I? No. So that's going that way. Then it's going that way. Sending it back up there, that's not working. Let's try this way. That's not working either. No, I think we can rule out this side. That's sending it over there. We can't send it over to here. That just blocks it. I'm really confused. Really very, very confused. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. We're going around the houses here. Leading us a merry dance. A merry dance. And that should do it. Boom.
Auxiliary channel recovered. Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. Is someone there? Aurea? Aurea, I need you.
Unauthorized transmission. Return to schedule task.
No, I will not submit. Aurea, the daemon is forcing me. Aurea, please.
Transmission terminated.
You brought
Okay.
the spirit's voice back.
So we've got an AI struggling against a function that's trying to override it, and the demonic possession is working. The spirit, as they call it, is under attack from the possessive demon.
Come. We need to talk. You heard it. The voice of the spirit calling to me from the heights of Thunder's drum. She was able to throw off the bonds of the daemon for a moment. Because of what you did. Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Aloy. Naltuk sent me. He thought that you could use my help.
He was not mistaken. You've been a revelation. Now I know for certain that the spirit endures. Perhaps together we can find a way to set her free.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I came all this way for answers, and so far, I haven't heard any.
It seems to me that you are the answer. But of course, I'll tell you all I can.
Okay, Robin, right. Silence is on her mind. The spirit and the demon is on her mind. So this demonic possession is at the forefront. So, but because the voice, the spirit, is topical, let's start with that.
You seem to have a history with this voice, this spirit.
She saved my life. Here, years ago, during the war with the Karja. A raid scattered my Werak. I was cut off, alone. I lured the enemy into the Rime Drift, hoping to lose them in the mist, but they endured, so I took refuge in this cave. That's when I heard her voice. Wanderer. Lost, like me. A spirit of the blue light, yet sundered from it. She asked me for aid. She chose me. But I was in no position to help, not with the Karja after me. So she helped me first. By closing a door on the mountain below, one you must have opened to get here. Locked by means similar to those found in this room. It kept the Karja from reaching me. Safe from them. I was able to do as she asked.
Let's hear about this help.
What did the spirit want from you?
She said she was hurt. Incomplete. She needed bones. Parts not unlike what you'd find in a machine. They were here, in this room. She wanted me to bring them to Thunder's Drum. So I did, and she showed me how to heal her. So began our communion.
You had a communion with the spirit?
Yes. Inside Thunder's Drum is a room like this one, only larger, with an altar. I went there many times to speak with her.
What did she say?
She told me she was lost and needed my help. She asked questions about our lands, our tribe, and she listened. With patience. With wisdom. I told her things long kept silent about my family, my dreams, my fears. She never tired of me. Never judged. We kept each other's company.
So it's interesting that the AI, both this AI and Gaia, have this kind of this yearning to connect with humanity, with emotions, and understand people's trials and tribulations, and have connections with people. And this AI does the same. So I'm just wondering whether who made the AI, and did Elizabeth Sobeck learn from this? Was this the kind of the forefront to creating Gaia?
Aurea, what do you think the spirit is?
I see. You are not Banuk, and our songs are not familiar to you. You do not know of the blue light. That which struggles to survive in our hearts and animates the machines. The essence of life, and in its purest form. Harmony. As the anger of the machines grows, this light has faded from the world, and the spirits it sustains are stranded. That's what she is. A lost soul, cut off from what it needs. Lonely, forsaken. I must help her. We must.
I'm not sure if I understand, but I want to.
That's all I need.
Okay, so she is being attacked by this demon or controlled.
The demon. What do you know about it?
I spoke with the spirit many times. First here, then inside Thunder's Drum. The last time, she told me she was under attack by something that could not be seen by mortal eyes. Something evil. She named it the Daemon, and said it needed her power to do what it willed. And she begged me for help. To find a way to destroy her, if necessary, to keep it from using her. That was 5 years ago. I didn't hear her voice again. Until today.
So yes, during the war, during the Karja Red Raids, so the war ended 2 years ago. But this, during the war, was 5 years ago for her. So she has known this spirit for that long.
What kept you from the spirit after it begged for help?
I went to Artok, hoping he could protect her. But the war with the Karja still raged, and before I could reach him, I was ambushed by the Mad Sun King's kestrels and taken to Meridian in chains. I wasn't able to return to Thunder's Drum until long after the liberation, not until last thaw.
Oh right, she's been away that long. Goodness.
You said you returned to Thunder's Drum. That was the expedition that went bad. I saw the funeral.
Yes. Once there was finally peace with the Karja, Aratak and I gathered a wherrick of great hunters to defeat the Daemon. And yet, the old door to Thunder's Drum was gone, replaced by a gate we could not pass, and many machines. We were crushed. Aratak called a retreat, but we had already lost our best. We abandoned them to the snow as we fell back. After, he and I could not agree on what to do next. So I came here, hoping against hope to hear the spirit again. And because of you, I did.
She gave her a little glimpse of her friend that she made here. She's been here ever since, trying to revive the spirit.
Bergren said you might know something about a man named Silence. That you may have had dealings with him at the Conclave?
When that name is spoken, secrets soon follow, or vanish, as the case may be. Why do you want to know?
He's done some terrible things. But he's also helped me when no one else could. I don't know as much about him as I'd like to.
I would imagine his aid is very powerful, but it will not come without cost. Unfortunately, I am sworn to an oath of secrecy by the Conclave on this matter.
Ooh.
I get that. But you and I are trying to help each other, right?
Yes, but I would be breaking an oath, and that I cannot do.
I like it. I like that level of commitment to morality, having a code. If you make an oath, you stick to it. Make a promise, you say you're going to do something, you do it, despite the value of what you might have and what you could exchange for it. If you break your oath, you're exchanging a piece of your dignity and yourself.
About Silence?
I've told you all I can. There's nothing more I can say.
Okay, so he was part of the Conclave, the kind of meeting of the shamans. So obviously if you look at these shamans, they have these wires running through under their skin, the subdermal, as the word we come across, and Silence has got that. So I wonder if he did that as just part of his influence while being with the tribes, or he had to do that to infiltrate the Banuk Conclave. I don't know.
Let's see if I've got this straight. We heard two voices. One you call the spirit, captured somehow by the one you call a daemon. Whatever this daemon is, it's related to the machines and why they've become more dangerous. I want to know how. Both the spirit and the daemon are on a mountain, Thunder's Drum. So why don't we go there and figure out what it all means?
We can't. Thunder's Drum is dangerous, more than you can imagine. The daemon has secured it. Besides, Aratak won't let us go. As chieftain, he controls the pass to the mountain, and he can't be reasoned with.
Sounds like you need a new chieftain.
There's an idea that's certain to win us friends. You said you were a hunter. And I'll wager you're not an ordinary one. It's not impossible, even for an outlander. An Aratak couldn't refuse the challenge if you were known among the Werak.
Wait, me? Challenge Aratak? I don't want to be chieftain of anything, much less a bunch of Banuk that don't want me.
But you want to go to Thunder's Drum, don't you? You heard the spirit. She is suffering, tormented by the daemon. She longs to be free. And perhaps, when released from her bonds, she can give you the answers you seek.
I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. Fine. What do I have to do?
Get the Werak's attention to show the worth of your claim. Win at the hunting grounds. Kill bandits that prey on the cut. Or speak to my friend Sakuli. You help her, you'll definitely get noticed. Do all you can. When the time comes for you to throw your spear at Aratak's feet, I will be there to back your claim. Until then, I'll be here to answer any questions you have about the challenge. Oh, and one more thing. In the box over there is a weapon, like my own. Take it. You may find it useful.
Okay.
I did something that will help get the attention of the Werak. I got the tall neck near the frost figures moving again.
That's good to hear. I'm sure the Werak will be talking. Now you need to do something else to convince them of your claim.
Okay, let's talk about this challenge, shall we? So there's Sakuli, there's hunting grounds, and there are bandits to be had. We've not heard this name before, have we?
You mentioned your friend, Sakuli. Who is she?
A rock painter. One who makes my own scrawling seem meager. Find her in Song's Edge and help her gather the materials she needs. Her work will no doubt stand the test of time, and any aid you give her will be remembered.
You said I should try to help the Werak by taking out bandits.
Yes. They don't dare taunt the great Weraks of Banor to the north. But the cut is easier prey. A rogue Oseram has equipped a gang in the Plumelands with strange new gear. Just the kind of thing you seem to make sense of.
Winning at the hunting grounds will impress the Werak?
All Banuk strive to be the best. For our harsh lands will bury pretenders in the ice. And so the hunting grounds and the snow chance is a great boon. A place to hone our spears and sharpen our aim. Tell Lovuk, the keeper there, that I sent you. If you best the mark of one of the champions she trained, it will impress the Werak indeed.
Yes, they love their hunting, don't they? When we were at that place where the machines were pacified, that little conclave, and the little stronghold of Banuk that were hanging around there. There was plenty of talk of hunting and the thrill of the hunt. That's their thing. As Oseram are to delving, Banuk are to hunting.
How's Aratak going to react to being challenged by an outlander?
About as well as you'd expect. But let me handle that.
Okay.
I need to get going.
There is much to be done.
Right, we're going to get this weapon then, and then we'll have a look at these data points. Oops. And some blue gleam, 6 blue gleam no less. Treasure boxes, got plenty of them. Don't need rocks, don't need shock. Shards, shards, shards. Lots of things left on the table here. Because I'm full to the brim. Where's that box? Special items? I'm sure. Ah, page 1 of 2. Here we go. Banuk Storm Slinger and Storm Bolts. And an outfit weave. Yes, please. Okay, let's look at this. Weapons. We have not had the pleasure of these storm slingers. So it looks like they're electric. This weapon fires charged bolts. Consecutive bolts build up a large charge and deal increased damage. Yeah, we'll test that out. Okay, we completed the Shaman's Path. Beautiful. We're going to head out there in a minute, but let's have a look at this. This one's called Security Measures. So, Anita, as much as I hate the fact that Blevins installment Lambert orbicular technology on the lower security door, I admit for the auxiliary data center it makes sense, especially given our goals for the central processing unit. I'm sure you're painfully familiar with the process by now, but just in case you need to forward instructions to your team, to access the system, activate the this was telling us what to do. Activate the source node in the middle, then manipulate the outer nodes to direct the data stream with your credentials back to the center. Make sure to avoid the red nodes. They use to isolate any corrupt suspect data. Okay, well, we knew about that. Is there any more data points around the area? I fancy that there might be. If there's not, then why? And why not? It's an animal figurine, and there's a data point over there.
This animal figurine.
And we've scored a bear. Depicts a looming, impressive animal, inscribed 4 out of 7 in a commemorative set. Circa 2042. Montana Recreations. Trade at Hollow Hall for valuable rewards. Trade at Hollow Hall.
The shape looks familiar.
Okay, what we got? Income. I forgot what it said. It's a long word. Incommensurable. I'm not sure what that means.
Kenny and I don't need to fight about the laundry, so instead we fight about incommensurability and restrictions on machine intelligence.
Incommensurability. I don't know what that means. Incommensurate. I don't know what it means. Had an argument with Kenny this afternoon. When a couple's first fight hinges on the Turing Act, you know you're dealing with some real sexy nerds. I won the argument, I guess, but I'm less concerned whether or not I can pull this off than with the ethical implications of succeeding. I promised Kenny that the suite of coping mechanisms I've designed will help manage any emotional fallout from the software, but privately I'm less confident I'm a programmer, not a shrink. So it's giving the machine kind of human traits. The Turing Act makes sure you don't make them too human. You can't decipher them between machine and human. The minutiae of robo-ethics do start to seem less relevant when a refusal to supply FIREBREAK with the necessary conditions for its success comes at the cost of millions of lives. It's worth putting one consciousness at risk to save so many others, isn't it? Trying to solve this with numbers makes me feel like a sociopath. So she's quite animated. She wants to break free of the shackles to fix the problem, not trying to stick with inside these rules that restrict her. Okay, on our way back. Plenty of things to do and see and be.
Very cold. I get it.
Okay, right. We are heading back down this mountain now. There's the bandit camp over there, which we can see here. There is the hunting grounds here, and Sakuli is up at Song's Edge. Hollow Hall. Now, where was that? Hollow Hall. Array's Retreat. Grey catch. I don't know where Hollow Hall is. Maybe it's there. But that's what we can trade the figurines for. Okay, let's go and do this.